guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today it's Shabby Saturday and it's number 14. So I thought we would sort of like recycle some paperback books today. So if you're into shabby chic, I'm sure you've seen it, where they have sort of like stacked up sort of some books. I'm hoping you can see, sort of like just maybe 3. I've got 3. These are just, I've had these in my garage. I was gifted some paperback books because sadly people don't read very much anymore. Not paperback books anyway. I've read these because I do like to read, but these ones are ones that I'm going to just sort of like recycle. So if you've seen them, they've like sort of stack them up, make them look shabby. And what I want to do, I've got some little sort of pretty bits here. I've got some lace doilies, I've got little bits of bling, I've got some a lovely sort of pearly necklace, and I thought I would just sort of like decorate them and hang some little bits off there. Hoping you can see properly. And I'm going to just leave like a little bit to put like a little trinket tray or a little dish on there, just to put some little bits and pieces in. Or maybe you could sort of like have a little tray or a little coaster on there. You could put like a little candle on there. So it's really sort of just a bit of sort of like decor today. So let's get on with it. So I've got 3 books. I have got some of my digital papers. I'm not sure whether I'm going to cover the books or just the top one, because we will put, if I'm going to stack them like that, you won't really see the inside of them, so I might just sort of like pop a piece on the top. But I've got some paper. I've got some of this lovely tulle, which is like a creamy colour, which I thought I might just make a little sort of like bow to wrap around it. Again, I've got some little bits of bling. I've got this lovely little hair clip, which might sort of like slot in there or something. I'm not quite sure. I've got another little one here, which is a bit of a broken one. Little bits of bling. I've got some of my butterflies. So not quite sure what we're going to add on to it. And then I've got some little gems that maybe we could put on it. And I've got my flowers. So that's what I have got, the little bits and pieces. I've got some of my chalk paint, because I'm thinking I'm going to maybe just chalk paint the outside, and I've got a little bit of gold. This is just like gold wax. I thought maybe I could wax it just a little bit, just to give a little bit of shine. But I think I might take the covers off, because I think if you paint these are shiny, and I think it would just take so much to sort of cover them up. So let's just give this a go. I haven't really thought this through completely, but I'm going to just take these covers off. I'll cover this bit up with some lace, I think. Oh, I've got another little bag, or a biggish bag, of loads of like lace bits and pieces that I think would work quite well on the sort of like spine of these books. So just take an old book, one that you've read or one that you haven't read, whichever. If you've gifted them, I'll keep that because I can probably use that for something. Let's pop that over there. So that's that one. I'm going to just take this one off here. Let's just pull this off. Ooh, oh, this is a toughie. There we go. Because it's sort of shiny, it's just a waste. We'll be just you know, painting too much paint on there to try and cover that up, and it's not really worth it, because you know, we can take them off, and I think they look a little bit nicer. It's a little bit more sort of like shabby and grungy and stuff, don't they, without it. Now this idea, whether you're into shabbiness or not, I know this is a shabby video, but again, you can just sort of like leave them like that. Just what I mean, you don't have to do anything else with them. You could just grunge it up, maybe pop a little bit of distress ink on them, pop a little bow around it, pop a little doily on there, and I just think that would look nice. If you pop a doily, you could sort of like pop something on there, like a little trinket box or something, beside your bed. I think it would look really nice with a nice big bow on there. I think they look really, really pretty. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to bother sort of sticking the pages together because that's going to take way too long. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to make a mess. We are going to take some paint and I'm going to just go down. I just got a little fan brush on here. I'm just going to paint along here, just along the little pages like that, and this will probably sort of stick them together a little bit anyway, not too much. Do this with all of them. I should have maybe popped a little bit of newspaper or something down, shouldn't I? Never mind, never mind. So I hope you have had a lovely week last week and you are into your sort of weekend. Don't know whether you've got anything planned at all. I haven't really. I'm just gonna, you know, do a bit of crafting. This weekend. Beautiful weather we've got, so maybe I'll pop and have a little swim or something. It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. So I just want it sort of a little bit on there like that. I'm going to do all three. Let me just get another bit of paper. A little handy bit of kitchen roll I keep just under my table. Let's pop that down. Pop that on there. Now again, you don't have to paint it with chalk paint. You could probably just use a little bit of acrylic paint on there. It doesn't have to be chalk paint. And whatever colour. This is a cream. So it's sort of like, really sort of like a little off-white. Not quite so stark as the white, is it? And I just think that looks really nice just with a little bit of paint on there anyway. And when you get fed up with it, if you don't stick the pages together, you can take them apart. You know what I mean? Recycle them again and sort of like pop them into your journals or something. So there's always something you can do. This one is a little bit thicker. So they're sort of like the same sort of size but different thickness of them. And if you didn't want to do it like this, you could just wrap them in paper. You could wrap them in a little bit of tissue paper, gift wrap paper, some of your digital papers, and just pop a little bow around them as a little centerpiece on your coffee table or something. Would look really nice. So that would be really sort of a quick and simple way to do it. But, I thought we would just have a little bit of a few little pearls hanging off them. I think that would look really pretty, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to quickly just blast that with my heat gun. Let's pop the lid on like that. Pop that over to the side because we don't really want that anymore. We don't need that. Let's just take these, make sure I don't get it all over my paper. Right, I'm just going to take my heat gun and just dry the edges. Okay, so there we go. That's pretty dry. So I'm going to just use the bigger one, the thicker one. I think these are probably pretty much the same size actually. So those two can go on the bottom. That way I think is a little bit. And then we've got this one to go on the top. So I just think that looks really nice from the side, doesn't it? Now I'm going to add a little bit of gold just to give a little gold hint to it. I'm hoping this will work. Now that sort of like stuck the pages together just a little bit. And then just rub over. Let's see, do I need a bit more? Can you see, just so it gives a little gold hint to the edges like that. Can you see it's just got a little shine to it, not too much. You can always add a little bit more if we need to. So this is just gold wax. You can get this gold wax in various, you know, get it in tubes and pop it on with your finger, but I'm using a brush so I don't get covered in gold wax. I'll link it down. This is a Stamperia one, and I'll link a little Amazon link underneath where I got it. You just need a little bit just to give it a little. Now you can ink it as well. If you wanted to sort of like add a little bit of ink on there, you can add a little bit of ink, especially if you want to sort of do it, you know, vintagey or whatever style you want to do. Do you know what I mean? You might want to make these as a gift, and you can sort of like do it as like country kitchen or things like that. There's lots of different ways you can do it. Just depending on your style, or if you are gifting them to somebody. Be lovely. So just a tiny bit, can you see? It's just got that little shine, which is lovely. It doesn't take that long either. Just a little bit. One, we'll do this one. You don't want to paint the whole thing, you just want to paint a little bit so you can see all the some of the bits of the pages coming through. There you go. I'm making a bit of a mess with this one. I wouldn't mind making a little box with books where you sort of like cut the middle out. I'd love to have a go at that, so I might do that at some point. But I think you'd have to do that with a hardback book. So when I find a nice biggish hardback book, I'll probably give that a go. I'll have a little rummage in the charity shops here, I think. Okay, so that's a nice little bit of gold touch to that. Let me just take this away because I've got lots of little bits of dusty bits on there. Don't think I really need that now, actually. Let's put that to the side. So that's our books, that's our edges. So doesn't that look nice? That looks really nice. So we want it this way. Hoping you can't really see too well, can you? Because it's from the top. So I'm going to pop one on the top, I think, because I think I'm going to go for this one, because there's no point in covering the books up because we're going to tie them all together. I'm not going to stick them. That looks too, I'm going to go for this one because that looks a little bit too vintagey for me, I think. So what shall we do? Let's stick this on first and then we can do the sides. So we need to put this on the edge. Just bend that down. Take my little paper cutter, pop that on. I think this will just sit on the edge. Actually, it's just slightly too long. Let's just chop a little bit off. Just a little section. There we go. That's better. Perfect. And I'm going to, what should we stick it with? Let's just stick it on with a little bit of tacky glue. I've got my glue gun because I'm going to use that for the lace on the spine of the books. So I think that will probably be the best one to stick things on with. There we go. Doesn't really matter which way round. I don't think it's good this way. So we get level at the back, this page bit, because I'm going to cover over this bit. Just bring the lace, I think, over the top. There we go. So do you know what I mean? You could cover the whole thing with that and just stack them up. I think they were really nice. I'm going to stack them up straight because I want to tie a bow around it. But you could stick them, cover the tops up and sort of like stagger them. Do you know what I mean? And stick the books on top of each other. And then you'd have little sort of like steps going up. But on this one, I'm just going to put them straight like that. So there's lots of different ways. I'm sure you'll come up with other little ways that you can do it. But I'm just loving them. I think they look really good. So far, so good. Now, let's get some of this out and see what we can stick on there. I should have had a little rummage through this first, shouldn't I? Really? There's a little bit. Oops. Look at these. So these are all like little bits that I've got, which I think will look really lovely on there. Just a little bit. I don't want it too white. You know what I mean. Oh, that's a nice piece though. Let's see what we got. What have we got in here? This is a lovely piece of lace. This is really old. Oh look, we've still got the little label on there. It says 57.40. So I don't know whether that's 57 euros or whatever. That's very, very old. What's this piece? Oh, look at that. Oh, let's pop that there. Let's pop that there. See what we got. Okay, I'm not going to take out too much because I'll just get myself confused and not want to put any of it on. Take these bits. Right, let's start. Should we start from the bottom? Let's put that there. Let's start. Put some of this on. I've also got a doily that I'm quite liking to put on the top. We shall see. We shall see. And I've also got this, which might actually go. I quite like that from the edges, actually. Can you see? That looks quite nice, actually. I might do that. Put that underneath. Chop that off. Doesn't have to go right to the end. Oh, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. Let me get a pair of scissors. Chop that down like that. So that would go over that. This one could go on top. I don't know, I quite like the staggered look. This one, I think, this way round. Or should we put something on? I think I'll put something else. I quite like this hanging out the edge. Like that. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Maybe we'll have something like that on there. So this can come on there. Right, do you know what? I'm just going to stick this just as we go, because let's just stick a little bit of this. Oh, come on, glue. Stick this onto the bottom. That's completely wobbly. Is that better? Well, I didn't do a very good job of that at all. Let's just, I'm going to have to stick it here first. Stick everything to itself. Let's just pop a little bit on there. There we go, that's better. Then we can come around and glue this bit along. Lovely. So that's what it will look like from the side. Lovely. Right, now we got this one. So this will sit on top. Yeah, I like these little bits hanging down. I think that looks really nice. Don't really want the same. We want different, don't we? So this is beautiful. Look at all this. This has got all lovely bits of beading on. How lovely is that? I think I will do that. Like that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that lovely beading bit on. And all I'm going to do is glue here. Like that. Glue this little piece on. Don't want it to go over that because it's going to go under the book, so we don't really want that, do we? There we go. Tiny bit there. Fabulous. Now I'm going to cut a little bit off because that's a waste actually, so you can stick that little extra piece there. Cut that piece off. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to just stick a little bit under here. Again, we got a little bit off the side like that, which looks really nice. Let's just stick this down. So this is a good one as well. If you've got sort of like lots of little scrappy bits of lace and fabric, you could sort of almost like patchwork it in, couldn't you? I think. Lovely. Oh, I've got paint and all sorts. Okay, so let me lift that up so you can see. Look at that, isn't that just beautiful? Loving that. I'm loving this little bit of blingy bits on there. So that's that, and then this one will go on top. Look at that, it's beautiful. Oh, do you like it? Like I say, you could stack them just a little bit this way. What do you think? Should I give it a little stack? Oh, decisions. I don't think so because I haven't covered that one up. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to do it straight as I thought in the beginning. Now I've got this. It doesn't quite go because this is a little bit, this is the wrong sort of colour. But we can. I need to put something along here. What have I got? I did have, I could do with a little bit of that velvet. Hang on a minute, 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. I've got this lovely velvet. Now this is I think it's BB Craft, I think. Oh God, look at that, that fits perfect. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's cut it off there. Wow, that fits absolutely perfect along there. So that would stick. Lovely, lovely. And then maybe we could have something that sort of like comes across it, but it just needed covering up the spine just a little bit. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I'm loving this, guys. Loving it. Let me just, I'm just going to melt the end. Oops, a bit big flame. Just so it doesn't fray. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Pop that to the side. Pop this on here. Now guys, I'm sure this is a project you could probably craft along with me with, isn't it? Because I'm sure you've all got books and a little bit of lace or paper or something. Just fabulous. Oops. Lovely, look at that. I like that anyway. Just beautiful. Wow, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Gosh, I'm really pleased with this. Do we need something like this? Do you think? Just to hang down? Because what I was thinking of, I've got this lovely tool. Now I will stick these together once I am happy with them. I've got this tool which you can buy in all sorts of places. Very, very inexpensive for rolls of it. I'm just wondering whether it just tied and then bowed, just to give it a really nice look. What do you think? That looks lovely, doesn't it? That's what I'm going to do. So let me just put that back on. I'm not sure whether I actually need anything on this spine now, because I was thinking of putting some pearls hanging down like that. I don't think I need that. I think that's going to be too much. What do they say? Less is more, as I keep adding more. Oops. Right, let's take that off because that's definite. We shall do that. And I'm going to glue these together now. What does that spat? These look good, don't they? Do you like that hanging off? I think that looks pretty good hanging off myself. So I'm going to glue this. I'm going to add some glue. Not a huge amount. I need a new glue stick. There we go. Just so it doesn't sort of topple over. I don't want to sort of glue it down majorly. What do you think? Just push that down. There we go. What do you think? Perfect. And then I'm going to put that one, just glue that one on top. What do you think? Keep asking you what you think, don't I? Really tempted to pop it at a little angle, but no, I'm not going to. I'm going to just glue here. And by tying it together, because we're going to tie it together, that's going to hold it as well. So it's not going to fall apart. That's pretty sturdy anyway. So that's the front so far. That's the side. That's that side. And then we've got this side, which is fabulous. Oh, how pretty is that, guys? How pretty. So lovely. Right. Lots of bits of paint everywhere. Let's get this. What I would like to do, I'm going to just stand it on its side and wrap it, I think. Just wrap it round a couple of times. Pop that down. I want to sort of do a bit of a bow or something here, I think. What do you think? just sort of big bow. This stuff sort of stretches and it gives you a lovely sort of look. So it gives it a bit more dimension really. Let's just cut that piece off. Should we have this quite long? Stops it from being so sort of straight, if you know what I mean. Gives it like a little bit of bounce on there. Hope you can sort of see this because it's quite, my lighting, I do apologize, oops, I've just ripped that a little bit, but that's okay. My lighting in this room at the moment, because it's so bright outside, it's giving it a funny old light. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? Oh, just because there's so much dimension on there. Oh, I love it. Right, guys, let's have a little peek. What should we do? I've got some bows. I've got a little bow. That's too much, isn't it? I've got this little ones, little... Oh, love that. Right, shall we put... I think that's going to be OTT. I think that's going to be a little bit too much. But I am liking the pearls. And I think what I would do, I would just... I'm not going to attach these to it. I'm just going to sort of like hang them over. Let's go under that little bit. Do you know what I mean? So it's, they're on there. Let's take this off. Just twist it underneath so they hang down the back like that. So that's the back, so they just sort of like hang down like that. And you can sort of like move them about and then you can change them. So if you didn't want pearls on there, you could sort of like hang something else on there so it's not permanent. And then, oh gosh, that's so pretty. Just a little flower. Now, what shall we put in with it? I've got these little pearls as well. Quite like the pearls. I've got a little, oh, these are just so pretty. I also have some little flowers. What do you think? Are these the best colour? These are a little bit pinker. These are a little bit lighter, aren't they? Put that through. Let go through. A little bit. Oh, look at that. Just put that through there. See what it looks like a minute. Oh, that's a beautiful. I'm loving that. That's perfect, isn't it? Okay, so what should we do with this back bit? Look at that, that's so lovely. This just needs to sort of twirl around, doesn't it? Or do you think I could cut that off? What do you think? Don't really need all of that. I'm going to just snip that off. Bend that down. And then this can be stuck onto that bit. That's just beautiful. I'll take some pictures and put them on the end of the video of it because it's really difficult to see from working above, isn't it? But how pretty is that? I think that is just so pretty without being too over the top. Now I did like this doily, but it really is, I think, too much. I think less is more, definitely. Right, this needs to stick down in there, like that somehow. Pop a little bit of glue on there. Pop that down. Just hold that in place for a second. Just have a look. That's sticking nicely to the bow, which is perfect. Oh my gosh, guys, I love it. And then I need to get a little sort of like glass trinket something here, little pot, don't I? Did have a lovely little glass tray somewhere. I don't know where that is now. Little tiny one would look perfect on there. I think I need a little bit more glue in here. Like that. Stick that down. Loving these little flowers in there. How pretty is that? Oh, I love it. Look at that, guys. Don't you think that's so pretty? That would look lovely beside a bed if you've got a really pretty shabby bedroom. Right, I need to do something with this. I don't really want to glue it down, but I'm just going to twist it around, I think. Let's go round this way. Round this way, and then it doesn't do up because it doesn't have a little clasp at the back, but I might be able to sort of tuck that in. There we go. Just perfect. You know, I'm going to leave it like that. I don't think we really need anything else because I'm dreadful. I could add extra little bits and pieces. Oh, but then again, oh, little pretty pink flowers. Pink goes so pretty with it. What else have we got in here? Little velvet ones. Did have sort of a little netting one somewhere. Little bunch of them. Oh gosh. Suppose you could, couldn't you? I do like these. This one's got a little bit of netting that's but it's like a long, I didn't quite connect it. I think these will look good. I think this one we can have a little bit of blingy, of something inside, couldn't we? Just a little bit of shiny. Oh yes, definitely. Definitely on there. I'm going to do that. A little bit of glue. Pop that just there. Perfect. A little bit of glue in there. Pop that on. I think this netting works perfect because I didn't want anything that's too over the top. Really, do you know what I mean? A little one in there. And actually that will hold this in the right place. Not sure whether I like that one. Darker one. What else have we got in here? A little velvet one would be quite nice. That might look quite nice, mightn't it? Dude, I'm sure. Oh, there's a little netting one. Little pink netting there with a little flower in it. What do you think? Oh, lovely. Lovely. Let's put those in there. This is just that pink netting that I coloured. How are we doing for time? Oh, we got lots of time. Lots of time. Let's just stick that down. Pop that on So all of these little flowers are what I've made in previous videos anyway. And this is just a little bit of velvet ribbon, and I've made a flower that can just stick in there like that. Perfect. I won't put a pearl in there because these are, I don't have, my pearls are very, very white. I need a little, hang on a sec, oh, have I got anything? What do I have in my little pot? Oh, I've got my butterflies I was going to pop on, wasn't I? Oh gosh, lovely. See, these are the pearls. I think that's going to be too much, too many pearls. Hang on a sec. I think I'll just go with my little favourite. These are just tiny little sew-on gems, which work perfect on there. Just a very, very pretty pink. Pick that up with my finger, glue everywhere. Oops. Pop that on like that. Oops. Little strings everywhere. Okay. Let's make ourselves a little bit of room. Look at that, guys. Doesn't that just look so pretty? Love it. What do you reckon? Little butterfly on there? We could. I think he just needs his little wings. Just a little bit of brown. I've got the white back, which I'm not happy with. Could do with a sort of, I don't really want to see the back of it. Or maybe I'll just pop it there. Just on, oopsie daisy. Just on the edge of the book. That's what we shall do. You know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to get a little bit of chain. I keep saying I'm finished and then less is more, but I'm going to get a little bit of chain and have a little bit of chain dangling from the middle of the butterfly, I think. Let's hold that in. This little sparkly, just a tiny bit, just so it dangles down. Beautiful. Let's just snip a little bit of that off. This is just beautiful. It's AB chain. And this is, I got that from Temu, I believe. So look at the state of me. I'm going to use some super glue for this one, because it works really, really well with the chain. Just going to put a tiny bit super glue on there, hoping that you can see, but it's just take a little bit of chain, pop that. Because it's super glue, it sticks really quickly, and look at that. I know I'm a little bit further away today, but look at that. Doesn't that just look beautiful? I'm loving it. Look at that. Just gorgeous. That's the side. That's that side. So having the little bit of, look at me, chalk paint and then the gold on there, I just think that looks beautiful, doesn't it? And that's the back. That's the front. So there we go, and that's it. Oh, just love it. Absolutely love it. So there we go, guys. That's our lovely little shabby decor project for today. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I will definitely be doing more of these. I love it. So there we are. Well, thank you so much for joining me. So all as we've got is some paperback books, which I'm sure we all have somewhere or other. Some lovely books that you can get. Some of our lovely flowers that we've made in previous videos, A little bit of pearls on here, little necklace, so you don't have to use a necklace, or you don't have to use pearls. You can use any sort of shabby looking necklace to hang off it. A little bit of bling, one of my lovely butterflies, a little bit of lace, little scraps of lace that you've got, and there we go. We have this beautiful little decor thingamajig. I don't know what you would call it. It's just a lovely little thing, and I'm going to get I've got a little glass tray, not a tray, it's like a little disc, which I think would look lovely on there, just to put little bits and pieces in. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will pop some close-up pictures at the end of the video so you can take a look. So have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.